was like constant spiritual warfare.
I'm the bad guy. I'm dressed as the devil.
In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed.
I felt like I brought a knife to a gunfight. Oh my gosh, what did I sign up for?
I think the music scene is very demonically organized.
I started feeling like everyone wanted to like stake their claim into human beings.
And he says the things that I don't want to say.
Roman says.
He was born, just a few months ago.
Huh.
I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
Laughing, but as somebody who is spiritual, I want y'all to know that Nicki practices witchcraft. Or even more, she practices voodoo. Mind you, I'm Caribbean, right? And even more so, I'm Haitian.
Okay, today I am back with the full breakdown of what was going on and why that bullshit funeral that Remy Ma and a couple other artists had at Summer Jam back in 2017 for Nicki Minaj was actually spiritual warfare and a mass ritual.
They'll tell you that Nicki Minaj is just playing a character, but they won't explain to you why she calls that character a demon.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at it.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, this is money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, this is money.
So Nicki Minaj did an interview that I just watched, or parts of the interview that I just watched, and it's very interesting. So she's talking about the Illuminati, the demonic music industry, and also she is pointing out where she is at fault for exposing certain things to the community. And I tell you guys all the time, a lot of things that the celebrities do, singers, rappers, actress, whatever, is for propaganda, is to target certain community, is to push a certain narrative, right? So she basically is talking about a bunch of different things, and in my opinion, there's a lot that I see here because it's giving very much you were a part of it until it was no longer serving you. So now it becomes demonic. You knew it was demonic. Nicki was pushing Roman's holiday and, the over dramatic, overly theastic, acting over the top, as a Barbie and all that stuff. It was her persona.
It was like constant spiritual warfare.
I'm the bad guy. I'm dressed as the devil.
In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed.
I felt like I brought a knife to a gunfight. Oh my gosh, what did I sign up for?
I think the music scene is very demonically organized.
I started feeling like everyone wanted to like stake their claim into human beings, like they were property.
Is the Illuminati real?
There definitely is a group of people that have made things very difficult for me. Has it been a spiritual warfare? Absolutely. When you have a relationship with God, you only care about, is God pleased with me?
Who is Jesus to you now?
Jesus is...
Y'all, get in here. Let's talk, y'all. Yo, something gotta be coming with Nicki Minaj. There's no way you can't, Nicki Minaj is outside a little bit too much right now. First at the Starships event, now she was at the FIFA event, now she outside doing interviews? Nicki, what you got cooking? What do you have cooking, Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj is teaming up with Bryce Crawford to go ahead and do an interview, and we haven't seen a podcast interview from Nicki Minaj in a really long time. Bryce announces that today's 200th podcast episode with Nicki Minaj, 12-time Grammy-nominated artist and new friend, Nicki and I sit down to discuss her experiences in the music industry, her faith journey, and if the Illuminati is real. Guys, they are seriously about to get into some things.
Honored that she is sitting down with us. We have Nicki Minaj with us. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so before you became one of the most recognizable voices in music, hundreds of millions of people knowing who you are, who is Nicki Minaj?
Prior to being Nicki Minaj, I was just a fun kid. I was interested in pretty much everything, inquisitive. I was loud. I would say I was a bossy little kid.
I like it.
Yeah, I would say I was kind of bossy, but always a big dreamer.
You know, it's so funny because always like
The Queen Sleaze is definitely outside, and I'm definitely looking forward to what it is that she has to not only say in this interview in full, but what it is that Nicki Minaj has to say about music and in music in general. Lately, the Queen has been showing y'all with this brown hair. Oh my gosh, she looks so motherly. The way she just looks so pure, just looks so natural, just looks so, just like she's not aging. Like, she just looks beautiful. Like, I'm sorry, but there's nobody in the game that's touching Nicki Minaj's face card. So I am really excited to see what this next chapter in Nicki Minaj's life has to offer and what this next journey will actually be like being a fan of Nicki Minaj, because she's now popping out outside without even really saying much by saying a lot at the same time. So be sure y'all go ahead and check this interview out. I know I'll be watching. I'm sure y'all gonna be watching also. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot that Nicki Minaj hint at. If y'all know Nicki Minaj is real slick with her words and she knows how to draw the people in. But go ahead, guys. Pop your ish in the comments and let's get into some things. What are y'all excited about hearing from this interview? And if you already heard it, what was your expectations from the interview and what actually happened that you actually liked in the interview? Let's talk about it. Pop your ish in the comments.
Before we get into those questions, Mitch did bring up something about you being involved with the Illuminati.
What about it?
I've heard you're involved.
Are you?
Absolutely not. I'm not near famous enough to do that.
You don't have to be famous.
How do I get in?
Well, turn the cameras off.
Cut that. Like, make it go black. Make it go black for a second, and then bring it back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is the Illuminati
doing gang signs?
Is the Illuminati real?
Yes.
Are there any other secret societies other than the Illuminati that maybe don't get as much press?
Yeah, but they're evil, and I don't fuck with them.
Okay, so the Illuminati's not evil. They don't do like blood sacrifices.
See, the problem is when there's people in control of anything, they get greedy, egos, so they ruin things and they make it evil.
Mm-hmm. Care to elaborate?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. And is the Illuminati like celebrity based, or are there politicians also involved with that? It's just money based.
Mm-hmm. And then the celebrities are used as a vessel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How much money?
Vessel.
How much money does someone have to make to be in?
Or what you're willing to do to not be broke anymore.
What does that mean?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. You speak in riddles. Like, you give me just enough where I'm like, I don't know.
You have to, so I don't get my plane bombed or killed later, you know?
It's your fear for your life when you're speaking right now.
But it kind of turns me on. Oh, I love living on the edge. Like, you never know if you're going to get JFK.
So Nicki Minaj attempted to expose the Illuminati. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, I don't think Nicki really answered the question. She basically beat around the bush until, she said something that was good enough for the interviewer. Because at the end of the day, a lot of celebrities basically will make fun of the fact that people believe they are part of a secret society, because when it comes to the Illuminati, that people give it the name Illuminati, but Illuminati simply means the enlightened ones, right? The ones who know the information, the ones who are more tapped in to basically tap into different energies to get to where they want career-wise, right? And I have to give her credit for actually acknowledging the fact that she realized that her music, her songs, and the way she dressed and, her antics and everything does influence the culture, and it does influence the youth that are growing up, because a lot of people are walking around wearing certain color wigs because Nicki did it, right? They wear their hair a certain way, they wear a certain outfit because Nicki did it. So therefore the influencing of the community, it was very much there. And the fact that she says that she didn't realize she was influencing that many people, even though she literally is an influencer, you know what I mean? Not an influencer, a rapper, a singer, and all that, but also you are influencing a group of people and you're getting paid
But what's redacted here is the address to the cemetery that Meg's mom is buried at. Now look, I know we sitting here and we all a kikiing and we a kakaing because of Nicki's recent outrage and outlash ever since Megan released her new song called Hiss. And basically, Nicki was on a live and she was going bonkers. I mean, that girl was talking about some and fourth B and da-da-da. And I know we laughing, but as somebody who is spiritual, I want y'all to know that Nicki practices witchcraft. Or even more, she practices voodoo. Mind you, I'm Caribbean, right? And even more so, I'm Haitian. So I know what voodoo is. I know what it's all about, da-da-da-da. And so is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is Caribbean. She's Trinidadian. If you don't think she's practicing voodoo, you are just very naive. And I want y'all to know that during that live, Nicki Minaj was casting a spell. She was not talking in tongues and doing all of that natural talk, just trying to be funny. Not because she's off the... Okay, it was like she was actually casting a spell. During that live, Nicki Minaj was cursing Megan and her family. Again, this is to educate y'all. This is what voodoo and witchcraft look like. And if you are not careful enough, you might mistaken it for somebody just trying to be funny, somebody that's just, you know what I mean? But no, like, it's very real. Like, Nicki Minaj is trying to, or she probably did, just curse Megan and her mother and her entire lineage. Now, it's no secret that majority of people in Hollywood do practice witchcraft and all of that, so I'm pretty sure Megan is safe. I'm sure her ancestors are guiding her and protecting her. But be very careful, okay? Nicki Minaj was not speaking in tongue to try to make jokes and a kiki and just laugh. No, she was doing voodoo. I want y'all to know that. She was casting spells. And even more so because I am a conspiracist, whatever, I don't know what you call that, but I believe that Nicki Minaj casted a spell on her entire fandom. I know y'all gonna be like, well, not her entire, but like the very dedicated ones. I know you're gonna be like, girl, what are you talking about? Do y'all ever notice how fully committed the Barbs are to supporting Nicki to the point where they are doxing multiple people, not even worried about the repercussions they could actually face, all because somebody has a differing opinion that doesn't necessarily agree with Nicki? Y'all may just call that, oh, like those are people who have no life, those are diehards, but I've never really seen any fandom go this hard. Like, not even the Beyonce fandom. Like, yeah, they be doxing people, but not this much. It's like the majority of social media knows that Nicki's in the wrong. So why are these group of Barbs so dedicated? Like, I don't know. Something's not right. But watch out. I'm telling y'all, spirituality and voodoo, it is very real. You better open your eyes.
Apparently, Nicki Minaj keeps going. She just said something else. Tell me how she goes from this.
I'm the bad guy. So I'm dressed as the devil.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me. He threatens to beat people and he's violent.
She goes from that, from saying all of that, from this to this, to formally giving her life to Christ. And this is her new statement she said just the other day. Nicki Minaj reveals that she has given her life to Christ and will never again wear anything that exposes her body. According to her, she needs to be a good model to the upcoming generation. Let's go! Someone who used to be known for her satanic messages and music, somebody with influence over literal millions, is now being sanctified with Christ. This is something only Jesus can do.
They'll tell you that Nicki Minaj is just playing a character, but they won't explain to you why she calls that character a demon. Nicki Minaj's alter ego is Roman Zelensky. In interviews, she says that he is violent, angry, and says things that she would never say. On stage, she even screamed that he lives inside of her. That doesn't sound like creativity, that sounds like possession. But the industry is full of patterns like this. You have Beyonce with Sasha Fierce, you have Eminem with Slim Shady. Now you got Doja Cat channeling spirits right at her shows. And of course, Nicki with Roman. Different names, same realities. They are letting spirits use them as vessels. The Bible said that we are temples of the living God. But when people use their bodies to channel these alter egos, what's happening is that their body is becoming an altar. Millions of fans chanting, screaming, shouting their name, never realizing that they're chanting along right with that spirit. Family, do not get distracted by that beat. The next time you listen to music like that, ask yourself this: who's getting the glory and the praise? Conviction over comfort. Follow me if you're into that. Shalom.
Let me tell you something. All the kids who grew up on Illuminati YouTube, we're all thinking the same thing about Nicki Minaj right now. All we're thinking is her contract has run out or she's been replaced by a clone. That is not Nicki Minaj. That is exactly what we're thinking right now. Either her contract has run out, she now needs to pay back her debt, the MK Ultra is making her humiliate herself or whatever, or she was replaced by a clone about 3 years ago. These are very rational thoughts. If you used to watch what I used to watch on YouTube, you know these things happen. Nicki Minaj, dear old Nicki, please call back. You told me you'd come when I needed you. And you said it so sweetly, I believed you. But I'm standing here calling, I can't see you. But I am holding you, holding you, holding you to that. Like, when everyone's sending me her with Trump, I just look at it, I'm like, that's not even Nicki Minaj, though. It's not. It's not.
And he says the things that I don't want to say.
Roman says.
He was born, just a few months ago.
Huh.
I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
It must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every...
He wants to be blamed.
He's violent and
I
threatens
don't
to
want to
beat
blame
people.
him. I ask him to leave.
Bro, if I said that,
to leave.
If I said that, they would cancel me. They still listen to her songs.
Yes.
But he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
Conjured him up.
Conjured him up. Wonder what she means by that.
Bro, they're telling you.
Well, y'all gonna come for me today. But guess what? I don't care. Do y'all really think the beef between Nicki and Megan has to do with the ego problem? Yes, again. Notice Nicki Minaj is going downhill right now. People are starting to see her for her true colors. She's being revealed. Somebody didn't pay the spirit. Let's talk about Roman.
A crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
It must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every...
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't.
Can't control anything around you, right? But you know who can't control themselves? Roman.
If you notice, her career took off very quickly. I think Roman has something to do with that. But let's be real, I think Roman is a bit pissed off right now. If you are using an entity for fame and fortune, this is what happens. All these bitches are my sons. It is speculated that her son's name is Roman, aka coded for Papa Bear. But that's just speculation. But if it is true, I'm sure naming Papa Bear Roman would appease the entity. But it didn't. In fact, you're giving your child and your husband and everyone else more attention than Roman. Therefore, Roman is now pissed off and he's coming for your ass. He's revealing you. You tried to push him to the side and outcast him. He won his payment. Oh, and it gets deeper than this. When Megan says they're not mad at Megan, they're mad at Megan's law. Is named after a 7-year-old from New Jersey who was R and unalived by a known sex offender. Isn't that a coincidence? So I'm sure this really pissed her off. Who else is a known sex offender? Any answers? Somebody gonna answer this for me? Door number 1, her husband. Door number 2, her brother. Hint, hint. And if you haven't noticed, Nicki has been getting slowly revealed over the years. By multiple people, to be exact. People just don't like her. They don't get along with her. And it ain't no way you got this much beef with this many women. So who's the problem? Is it Nicki or Roman? Y'all done pissed Roman off. Somebody better pay Roman ASAP. Because it it looks like he has taken full possession and control of Nicki. But what do I know? I know a lot. These are all of my opinions and allegedly.
I have my own theory on the Nicki Minaj thing, the way she's associating herself with Trump, and why she's rooting for him publicly even though she's getting some backlash all over the internet. And I really think she do agree with him on many things, but I do feel like she's making it publicly because she's probably looking for protection. You know from who? You know who I'm talking about. Because nobody now in the industry have her back. And there's people who literally are trying to Nicki and they just want to erase her at this point. So what she's actually doing is really smart, and she's saving her family and her children. And I don't think her political sides should matter to people because you are listening to her music. Like her political sides, you can agree and you can disagree. Everybody have their own opinion on things. And she's trying her best to just fight for injustice and, you know, keep her family safe. And I really respect that about her and that she's speaking publicly about those things. And let me know if you think that she's looking for protection, you know, from who? Tell me in the comments.
Because it focuses on the worship of material things. And we all play a part in it. I've played a part in it, of course. I guess I feel a sense of responsibility, too, a lot of the times, because a lot of the stuff that I was rapping about, I didn't, you know, I was so young, too. I didn't realize that there are young people listening to it and how it could probably make them make certain decisions that wasn't, you know, really thought out. Now, if I could do it all over again, I would have changed a lot of things that I said, because I just don't like the idea of thinking that these people will now grow up wanting to change themselves. So that's what I think is very demonic about the industry as a whole, is that it makes people feel that they're never enough.
Nicki Minaj was 100% correct. You cannot be saying that you're a friend of the world and then you have a friend in Jesus. You cannot pick two. You have to pick one. You cannot be of the world and say that you have Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Okay, today I am back with the full breakdown of what was going on and why that bullshit funeral that Remy Ma and a couple other artists had at Summer Jam back in 2017 for Nicki Minaj was actually spiritual warfare and a mass ritual. Hi, if you've never seen me before, my name is Bianca. I am a spiritual consultant, a demonologist, and a psychic witch, and I've spoken in great lengths in my page already, talking about how Astro World was also a mass ritual, talking in great lengths about what was going on with Diddy was spiritual warfare, and those freak-offs were also mass rituals, and I've just made a bunch of videos in general, but I'll give you guys a quick breakdown of what a mass ritual is. So a mass ritual is essentially just some type of spiritual event put on, and this could look like a concert. This could look like somebody literally doing stuff with candles and whatnot. It could literally be a group of people praying, those aunties at the church that are praying over you, and in reality they're not really wishing you well. That's a mass ritual. All that needs to happen is the intent to either cause harm unto somebody, to steal and siphon energy out of somebody, or for a very specific result to manifest and take place. And the reason why we call it a mass or a group ritual is because there are multiple people either participating in the casting of the ritual itself, or it's done by collecting the energy of a lot of people to fuel the ritual to have the results take place in real life. Now, going back, I'm going to be using Astroworld as a little bit of an example, and before anybody says anything, my heart genuinely goes out to the victims of Astroworld. That is 100% a very serious event that occurred. Everything that I'm giving and saying is from a genuine, serious spiritual perspective. This is not for clout. This is not for jokes or fun or laughing or anything like that. That was a very, very serious and, in my opinion, a disgusting example of how these mass rituals can take place at concerts. And I want to bring this up because that is essentially what they were kind of trying to do to Nicki. In Astroworld, Travis, allegedly for legal purposes, was harvesting the energy of all of the attendees and unfortunately those who lost their lives to fund and fuel his career. If you look at his career now, even after so many people passed away at a mass event, people kind of forgot about it until the documentary came out again this year. People don't really question him. They didn't really give him any grief or anything like that. And that's because the ritual, in that sense, I believe, did unfortunately work, and my heart genuinely goes out to the victims, and I think it was just really gross. But when talking about Nicki, Remy Ma and all the other artists like Cardi B putting on that funeral for her was basically them trying to siphon and harvest energy from all of the attendees to put into effect the mass suppression, or basically to try to take down and just F up her career overall. That was the intention of that funeral. Like literally the intention and purpose of them calling it a funeral, performing and having everybody be very hyped and siphon that energy from the crowd was with the intention and purpose to try to suppress Nicki Minaj's career. As we can all clearly see, she is still around, and the suppression that I was talking about in my other videos, I do believe that it is a very, very heavy masculine energy or energies suppressing her. A couple people mention Rock Nation and stuff, and for legal purposes, I don't want to confirm or deny that, but I have liked comments if you want to take that for something, but I don't really want to be on the record saying stuff because I don't want to get sued. I don't want to be targeted either, but truly, genuinely, I think multiple different people have tried to suppress her using spiritual warfare through spiritual means to try to downplay and drag her career. And you can really tell when somebody is very not only spiritually protected, because another really great example of somebody being extremely spiritually protected is Meg Thee Stallion, and I will make videos about her if you guys want as well, because I do genuinely believe so much stuff that's been done to her is spiritual warfare, and I'm very happy to see that her career is so thriving and flourishing and she's doing amazing out of that. I hope and wish the same for Nicki Minaj. I do think she's very talented. She makes really great music, and as somebody who wants good music out and I want to bump stuff in the club that doesn't sound awful, I would like for her to be putting out music, and I would like for her to be able to play her music. It's good music, whether you like her or not as a person. And clearly y'all don't care about separating music from the artist, because y'all still bump Chris Brown and a bunch of other people who are not good people. So I really don't want to hear the comments of, oh, you can't separate the artist from music, but y'all do for Chris Brown and all these other male artists, right? So I really don't want to hear it on that end. I don't think anybody's perfect. I think everybody has their flaws, and everybody should take accountability for something that they've done if it wasn't good. But when justice is due, and I do genuinely believe for Nicki Minaj, the suppression of her career has been very deliberate, and I do hope that she gets her justice and that everything comes to light, because for her case specifically, because it touches all over the industry in general, her renewal period, her comeback period is not only going to be great for her, but just so many female artists in the industry as a whole, I'm predicting, and it's going to change literally how the industry works and operates, and things will be much better or much more transparent for female artists in general, and she really is going to be the face of something much more important and just like beautiful overall for women in the industry and for music artists overall. And so I do think she's going to be doing really great things with this period of time, and that's why I really am strongly feeling called to talk about it publicly and kind of bring this online, because I get downloads about celebrities all the time. Yeah, I have a laundry list of predictions about celebrities I could go on and on about, but I don't publicly share them because I don't want to deal with backlash from certain fandoms and whatnot. But for Nicki specifically, I do think it's going to be bigger than her in a very beautiful way, and that's why I wanted to come online and talk about it.
Mark my words, Nicki Minaj is afraid of something. Like this whole Trump speech thing, I pick up the energy of fear. Like she is desperately afraid of something. Like she needs a bigger protection. Like I think she married her husband because he's a monster, and I think she married a monster to protect her from other monsters. But this is different. She needs pardons. She needs immigration, yeah. But my heart of hearts is telling me that the entertainment industry is trying to Michael Jackson her, Wendy Williams her, Whitney Houston her, Britney Spears her. So this allegiance is for bigger monsters. She went political because she needs entertainment protection. I'm not a Barb. I'm not even a Nicki fan. I prefer Cardi, honestly. But I have eyes to see.
So look, let me help y'all out when it comes to this situation, because y'all all off. Like out of all the videos I've seen on this, none of y'all is really getting what's going on, right? So first and foremost, Nicki Minaj is not just hopping out of the bed looking for smoke, right? She hasn't lost her mind and she's not diving into a mountain full of cocaine. But I am about to help y'all realize what is really going on. So never forget, when these artists sign these contracts, they all be young. They all be young. So everything be good at the point of them signing it. But as these people mature and they become older, what do y'all think happened? Do y'all not think they start to realize the bullshit games that's being played? So Nicki Minaj have all of the reasons in the world to be upset. One is because she's looking at Cardi B and she's realizing the same thing Cash Money made her do to Lil' Kim coming in the game is the same thing they're making Cardi B do to her now. See, Nicki Minaj has grown up enough to realize that this industry never cared about her. They only wanted to use her for the time being. And just like they playing her out to the side, they go do Cardi B ass the same way. These people are opportunists. They don't really care about you as artists. And this go for the female artists and the male artists. So y'all got to look deeper off into it. Another thing that I think y'all fail to realize, and I talked about this before, these artists are owned property for 35 years. So for 35 years, the labels own the music rights, they own the image, they pretty much own you. So even if your contract was to drop 3 albums, right? After you done dropping those 3 albums, you still up under certain paperwork which don't allow you to speak on certain things. So it's so much that goes into why Nicki Minaj gets on social media and spaz out the way that she does. So until y'all are faced with the type of lies, deceit, and dysfunction she is, and by the way, this ain't no Cry Wolf videos, because what she's receiving is what she chose to take. Nobody forced Nicki to sign those papers but herself, right? So she's getting what she deserved in that sense. But I also understand her frustration being the individual that's currently dealing with it, all right? So if she do become the new Kanye, just know she had a solid reason for doing so. It's because even Kanye had a reason for bugging out. It's Hollywood, it's these contracts, and it's the games they play. Till the next time, peace.
Let's talk about that funeral, shall we? Because I was at 2017 Summer Jam, and I seen when Nicki's picture got put up on that screen, and that eulogy, and that, oh, this is a funeral, F Nicki Minaj, this, that, and the third. Now, depending on what you believe in and what you subscribe to, you guys, that could be deemed a ritual. And a lot of you fail to realize that us human beings, our energy is the most valuable currency there is besides money and gold and things like that. We're more valuable than that stuff. And to see the discourse that took place in that crowd, the energy that was released into that arena, whether it was negative, positive, whatever, you don't think that that wasn't something? Y'all don't think that that was a ritual? That wasn't an attack at my good sis?
Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues.
He's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys.
Breaking news, Nicki Minaj quietly steps back from Trump cheerleading after facing over 120,000 signatures calling for her deportation.
What happened to Nicki Minaj after exposing dark industry rituals? And the backlash she faced proves just how deep this goes. From a childhood in Trinidad escaping a violent home to becoming the most successful female rapper in history with over 100 million records sold worldwide.
This house was the house that my father burned down. Me and my brother, we were at a neighbor's house, spending the night that night. They came and said, your house is burning down. I just remember running, racing down, and I remember when I got here, I just saw a big commotion, and I was so scared I didn't know what happened.
To calling out Jay-Z for sacrificing children, accusing the Grammys of satanic rituals, and declaring herself Donald Trump's #1 fan, while the entire music industry turned against her.
The greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj.
I am probably the president's #1 fan.
What Nicki Minaj exposed about the entertainment elite and the price she's paying for speaking out explains why so many artists stay silent. And now you'll finally understand why she refuses to stop. So, let's get into it. Annika Tanya Mirage was born on December 8, 1982, in St. James, Trinidad and Tobago. Her early years were marked by chaos and survival. Her father, Robert Mirage, battled severe drug addiction and had a violent temper that terrorized the household. When Nicki was just a toddler, he burned down their family home in a drug-fueled rage in 1987.
This house was the house that my father burned down. Me and my brother, we were at a neighbor's house spending the night that night. They came and said, your house is burning down. I just remember running, racing down, and I remember when I got here, I just saw a big commotion, and I was so scared I didn't know what happened.
Her mother, Carol, a gospel singer, worked multiple jobs in Trinidad before finally securing a green card at age 24 and moving to the Bronx to attend Monroe College. At 5 years old, Nicki made the journey to America to reunite with her mother in South Jamaica, Queens. She has openly stated that she arrived as an illegal immigrant, a fact that would become significant decades later. Growing up in a turbulent household without much discipline, young Annika created fantasy worlds as an escape from her reality. She invented personas and characters.
This house was the house that my father burned down. Me and my brother, we were at a neighbor's house spending the night that night. They came and said, your house is burning down. I just remember running, racing down, and I remember when I got here, I just saw a big commotion, and I was so scared I didn't know what happened.
Her mother, Carol, a gospel singer, worked multiple jobs in Trinidad before finally securing a green card at age 24 and moving to the Bronx to attend Monroe College. At 5 years old, Nicki made the journey to America to reunite with her mother in South Jamaica, Queens. She has openly stated that she arrived as an illegal immigrant, a fact that would become significant decades later. Growing up in a turbulent household without much discipline, young Annika created fantasy worlds as an escape from her reality. She invented personas and characters to cope with the instability around her, a skill that would later define her entire artistic career. She successfully auditioned for the prestigious Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts in Manhattan, the same institution that produced Jennifer Aniston, Al Pacino, and Timothée Chalamet. There, she majored in drama and discovered that performing wasn't just an escape, but a calling. After graduating, she was immediately cast in an off-Broadway play, but acting gigs dried up quickly. Broke and working as a waitress at Red Lobster, Nicki began writing her own rap lyrics and posting music on MySpace. In 2007, Dirty Money Entertainment CEO Fendi discovered her page and signed her immediately. Her first mixtape, Playtime Is Over, dropped that same year. 2 more mixtapes followed in 2008 and 2009, each building more buzz than the last. Then, Lil Wayne heard her verses, and everything changed. He signed her to Young Money Entertainment in 2009, making her the first female artist on the roster. Her debut album, Pink Friday, dropped in November 2010 and immediately topped the Billboard 200. It marked the largest opening week sales for a female rap album in the 21st century. She had officially arrived, becoming the first female solo rapper to have a #1 album in over a decade. The little girl who escaped Trinidad with nothing was now hip-hop royalty. Throughout the 2010s, Nicki Minaj dominated the music industry in ways no female rapper had before. Her second album, Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, went double platinum in 2012, spawning the global hit Starships. That same year, she performed at the Grammy Awards in a controversial segment that featured an exorcism-themed performance, complete with her alter ego, Roman Zolansky, being cleansed by a priest. The Catholic League.
It's not just background music, or it's not just
you know, fluffy, light stuff.
This is not elevator satanic music.
It's ritualistic music. It is music that by even the act of listening to it, you are participating in a satanic ritual.
How does it make you feel?
It's very stirring. It's very emotionally charged. You can't listen to this music and say you don't feel something, because you do. I'm sure you would probably feel either hate or fear or rage or something.
You're pretty good at marketing yourself.
That's the devil's place.
Job.
Illusion and showmanship.
You mean the devil is alive and well in Madison Avenue?
Of course, advertising
I
is
think
the
you and I
devil's
agree with
trade.
that.
The act of manipulating and using the will and using ritual to create change is, by any definition, satanic. And anyone who does that is, at least an ipso facto, Satanist.
Like I said, we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal this your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, you know, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, you know, calling the beauty in you, and also work with the moon, because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one for to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with the extra part. Anyways, the symbol's there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic to me. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.